Peace and love to the family. This is the Get Righteous Podcast. It's your boy King Heru and your boy King Espizito. King Heru, my sister. Come on. I'm trying to change my ways. I'm set for better days. So tell me what's up. I'm trying to level up. I'm trying to change my ways. I'm set for better days. So tell me what's up. I'm trying to level up. It's really simple, baby. Just follow me. And I'll make sure you living with no kind of fear. You see it and you want it, go and grab a pair. You wanna take a trip, then we out of here. I'd rather see you working when you off your shit. And if they try to cross, they said we wouldn't make it, but we made it big. Now you got the car, house, and a few kids.
Good. Gonna be that.
You might have to
What's happening, Scrappy?
You know the shit was goody.
Another day. Another day. What's the word?
Kick back your feet.
Yep.
You know the shit. Gotta be
What's
jamming.
good, brother? Huh?
I used to ask myself, is it better days? I used to ask myself, is it better days? I used to ask myself, is it better
Oh, go motherfucking blue. What I'm talking about.
If I tell you that I love you, I'm
Stomp all over Suckeye State. What we do.
You said who do what?
I understand. I understand your hatred towards us. I do. I get it.
Alrighty, y'all want to see us? That
I
defense
get it.
tear y'all ass off.
I get it.
Oh, Blue got smacked. Was good. Peace, fam. Let me send out some waves to the folks.
Yeah, we took care of business though. I'm with that. I'm with that all day though.
Business is handled. See what happened with Green Bay and Philly.
I had to put them down. Had to put down those boys. You know, now they talking about, oh, Ohio State needs a new coach. Oh, I thought he was the next Urban Meyer and all of this bullshit.
Hell, they don't need no new coach. They good. The motherfucking Michigan just played the game. They played the game. That's all. They played a better game. Ohio State had to use a man in order to counter.
Fly Eagles fly.
Yeah, they had to use a man in order to counter the run. So that Ohio State that back shit started getting burnt. Motherfucker had the 78, 75, and 80-yard rush. Get critical.
Got bombed on.
Look.
Get these niggas out of the Big Ten.
Had to say,
get them up out of here.
You know, they had to get a little get back from when Zeke went wild on them for them 2 years. 300.
That's very funny. Okay. That's back-to-back tens though. As long as we acknowledge that, that's back-to-back tens. Big Ten next week, you know.
Now, all y'all know, one team lose in the championship and they back in.
Huh?
One team losing the championships coming up and they back in.
Oh boy, here we go. Huh? Oh, that's I totally forgot. Yeah, I still have to deal with you because we've gone from Virginia Tech to
Nah, you know I'm fucking the dogs. You know I'm fucking with the dogs. What? No more black quarterbacks. There's no more tech back. I can't fuck with them niggas. They started tripping. I said, "Oh nah, I ain't never fucking with them again."
Terrible.
You know how you be rolling with them boys.
I guess I don't know. I ain't switched not a near, not a team, not a never. Goddamn.
I can't say I switched. I started ever since what's my boy? motherfucking coach, they started fucking up the Florida State shit. That's when I started watching V Take. And once Mike Vick came in, that was the only reason why I knew about V Take.
Right.
Other than that,
Shit,
and then
why anybody knew shit about fucking
and then they kept the black quarterbacks coming. So I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? We rocking. And then as soon as they switched it up, done. I'm out of there.
It happens. What can I say? Terrible. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. But anyway, go blue, goddammit. For all these motherfucking Ohio, Midwestern people.
Go Buckeyes! Woo!
They lost. They lost.
Buckeyes.
Got their whoop. Got the dog shit beat out of them.
I know Columbus was sour.
They
were sour out in Columbus because, boy, I'm telling you, I've been out there twice. Well, you know, from when I used to box. That shit, Buckeyed out.
Don't be eating that.
They're doing Jerry Jones hella 30. Listen, man.
Yeah, me too.
I ain't never liked Jerry Jones, so I really don't have a dog in this race per se.
Yeah,
I ain't never liked him ever. Like, I don't care about jack shit about him. You know, of course, the situation is what it is. And what we gonna do? Have him sit down with Dr. Umar, motherfucking Killer Mike, and all of them. You know, have him pay have a billionaire pay a $5,000 fine.
65 years ago.
What we gonna do?
Hey, that's how they do our people. You come in, get in the glory. Next year, you know what they're gonna do.
Of course, you know what they're going. They always gonna bring that one little bull. It don't matter how much good you do. They always bring up that one little fucking stain, that asterisk.
Word.
That motherfuckers think they got on you. Be like, what about this?
You make $1 billion this year, start making moves. Year later, motherfuckers gonna start digging up everything they can. Oh shit, this person did that and that. So y'all know how the shit go.
Yep. I just find it funny that, you know, the owner of the Commanders, Washington, for those playing the home game, he, you know, he's on his way out, and he literally said that all of these owners, I know where the bodies is buried. So don't be surprised when information starts coming out. And then this happened. I said, oh, this nigga petty. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, see? Cats ain't playing. Cats on the yay shit.
Hey, yo, we're just on. If we get judged on decisions that we made when we was that young,
yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Exactly, dude. That's what I'm saying. So just because you know shaking and baking, the motherfucker go dig up some bullshit just because.
Everybody will be fucking toast. Everybody be fucked up. Everybody. Because that's when we was making dumbass decisions just to make dumbass decisions. So, fuck we gonna do?
Oh,
bless you. That's because it's coconut based and you're allergic to coconuts. But you know, hey.
Oh, man.
Hey, you know how them oils be coconutting.
Yeah, get them coconuts up out of here.
Uh-huh. You see, but that, it's all about that THC count. That motherfuckers be like, ooh, man, fuck them goddamn lights. You know,
get them lights out. Fuck them lights. What my boy said.
But here we go, man. Episode 64. We here, goddammit. Whew. All right. I said before, just gonna say a prayer before this shit because I don't know. This one is gonna be a little spicy. Not my fault. I just want y'all to know this is not my fault. I didn't do this. It is all his fault.
Gonna be spicy.
Him up there is all his fault.
Up. If he said,
all right. But as per every single episode of the Get Righteous podcast is brought to you by BlazeNet 420 Medicals LLC, as well as BC Marketing LLC, FAM Apparel LLC. You know the shit, right? If you would like to advertise your business, we run advertisements on the podcast, 15, 30, 45 seconds. You can DM either one of us and we will take great care of you. Why is it a good thing to do? Because you gain exposure. Exposure where? To the West Coast, to our Power 109 family, down south to our Stardom 101 magazine family, where we were featured last month. And then, of course, our listenership, viewership, which has officially cracked 20,000 steady. We appreciate y'all. So your business, side hustle, venture, whatever the case it may be, it's a good look to advertise with us. So do so. All right? Cool. Now, the reason for the season.
The seasoning.
There you go. You see him. He's already doing the dance. All right? That's my man Gator.
Word, yeah. Gator.
Lord have mercy.
Talk about theme music.
Oh, boy. All right, I'm just going to kick it up to you because yeah. Let's just get to it. God damn it. Out of spite.
Spiteful, what? We talk about
Don't ask what we talk about.
Baby mama and baby daddies.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Not
the mamas. Not the baby daddies.
We start off with the baby. We start the baby daddies first or the moms? Who we starting off with?
You go wherever you want to go. I'm just going to try to. I'm gonna try.
Said I'm gonna try. I'm
gonna hold these motherfucking ropes to keep you steady, so you don't float away.
Word, facts, exactly. And you know, even from people in the comments and all that, what's spiteful to you when it comes to being if it's your kid's mother, your kids, you know what I mean, father, y'all not together. Maybe shit ain't end right, end well, shit a little shaky, a little shady. What's the most spiteful and dirty, you know what I mean? Dirty shit you could not think of, but what people do. Zito, you've been around
I was at a family barbecue. I don't know.
You've been around a lot of...
I was at a family barbecue.
Even though, like I said, I'm going to share some things on my half, real shit, personal shit that we've seen and known, but you've been around a lot of different situations known and just with people that we know, people that just probably ain't together, but we know we've been there, we've seen you know what I mean, some wicked things. So
Yes.
Things happen, but I'm gonna let you go a little bit so then when I rock off of you, I can take it to the touchdown. When it comes to baby fathers or fathers that's doing does it have to be a baby mama or can it get to your significant other? Yeah, that too. Yeah, we gonna kick it. Yeah, we can drop it down. Jeff said she's ready? You ready to get in? I know you can get in.
That's what I said. I'm gonna say a prayer for
over there anytime. Jump on.
I'm gonna say a prayer.
Now I done seen I done have, of course, I've got females that's best friends. I done at a young age done have a kid and the dude, of course. We already know we young, not ready, don't know what to do. Say, it's not mine. It's not my game and things like that. You know what I mean? We done seen the young queens down, having to go through bullshit, crying, and we done been there. We done seen. We done watched it where we lived at. You know what I mean? Growing up. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's always been some coward shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you laying down with a female, sleeping with a female. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how many she's sleeping with or what, but if you know you was in there, you did, as a man, you take those next steps to make sure, you know what I mean, if that kid is yours or not. You know, rather, you know what I mean, so you can step up to the plate. Some don't. Some veer off, some swerve off. Some leave the, you know what I mean, that female fending for herself. So that's why we can get to different levels of why people do shit. But for the main thing, what's the reason of doing it just out of being spiteful? Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people do it, like I said, because maybe the mom left and the father ended up with the kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or, of course, dad leave most of the time. As we know, that's a story. And that happened when we just talking about just splitting up and then people using spiteful shit, the kids and things like that to, get at you or get at the next person. Mic drop, funk flex drop. Yeah, word. Mama's baby, daddy's baby. Yeah, facts.
Man, all right. So here's all right. Here we go. All right. So just from what I've seen, witnessed, my short time on this lovely rock we call Earth, I've seen both. Obviously, I've seen bitter baby fathers. I've seen bitter baby mothers. Right. I'm not gonna really lean into what I've seen more of.
Word, yeah, word.
But what I will say is, when you break shit down in terms of like what we're here for, i.e., the mother and the father, you're there for the kids. You understand? So that grown shit, that adult shit, needs to stay adult shit. You understand? Once you start involving kids and the stupid shit, and I got news for you, it's not even really exclusive to baby mothers, baby fathers. It like families do that shit too. Where the elders is beefing and they keep the kids away and da.
Yes,
I'm a product of it.
facts.
So where is it? Yeah, like you know,
Right.
like I said, it comes a time where the grown shit got to stay the grown shit. So I believe it's on the parents to create that shield, to create that divide. You understand? Even though it's hard, especially when you have kids who live in the same place. Um, you hear shit. They hear shit, whatever the case may be.
Right. Facts.
But at the end of the day, like somewhere in y'all's history, there had to be a good point.
Right. Facts. Exactly. Exactly. As you said,
So,
that should always be the level, especially when it's kids involved. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, that's what we mainly talking about. And that's a big point. And that's a point in a situation, I had the stress. I'm pretty sure if, who listening and on, if you got kids or if you're not with that person no more, I know you all been to, different points of, what I mean, going at each other's necks. But all in all, like you said, if one person is cooperating, you know, ready to do what's needed, chilling, not going, let's say, not throwing jabs and you know what I mean, doing a little bullshit to try to initiate stuff. How do you find that level, that balance?
that's when shit gets spooky, man. Like once you cross that plane to where it's now you feel you got to start taking fuck subtle little swings and shit like that, like to the point where you talking cash shit, like you trying to either emasculate the man, or bring the woman down, whatever the case may be. Once it gets to that level, like that's where, to me, at least from a visual standpoint, that's where we're like, all right, we're not standing on respect no more.
Right.
That we not doing.
Right.
We going to match energy and all of that bullshit. You understand? Which is fair because at the same time, you can't play victim when you're welcoming that energy in. If
Yeah.
you're leading with that energy, if you're saying all of this shit, then you have to expect for every action there is a reaction.
Right.
As above, so below.
Right. As I
So the
had
the further we get into it, is it like, all right, so are y'all in such a bad place where you can't have a conversation? There's so much anger there that all you got is fighting you. If that is the case, then obviously we know the answer. Adios. Like it's time to break.
Right. Exactly. Right. And exactly like you said, man. That's the key shit. As Jeff
I
said, I don't know how to argue anyway.
People in general don't know how. I totally fucking agree.
Argue not
Yeah.
all yelling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what people don't understand. And if motherfuckers always want to go by movies, movies you've seen and they yell and stuff, but we'd have also seen the movies they argue and it's a different type of argument. So like, everybody want to go off the movies and this is what we seen and this is what we learned, then we should know that. Like you said, like
Yeah.
we have to yell to argue. That's just a disagreement. You motherfucking talking. Each person will get their stress, they point out, close the argument. You know what I mean, and move on to the next. The next step. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the main.
It's said than done. We know this.
Oh,
It's easier
yes,
said.
yes, fire.
Because if we going to talk about it, let's talk about it. When it
Right.
comes to the females, what I've seen with my own two, what I've had to deal with, what I've had to help people out of, is more so the females being bitter. That's not a slide. That's just the fact. That's just me. That's what I've seen. Okay. Now, once you get, like I said before, to the emasculation part, where you all types of bitches and bitch niggas and all of this shit, and all right, like now you're coming from my manhood.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Like
Right.
now you about to cross over into a whole other plane, and I don't want you to cross into that plane, because then you start to get the type of fucking energy that a motherfucker on the street would get.
Yeah, and I'm not like exactly. Now I've had to motherfucking level myself out in some previous conversations because motherfucker going once you know that and learn this, like okay, motherfucker throwing jabs, so motherfucker still got some heat, still got some hate, still got some fuck you in them, and that's cool. But let's try to, keep it right and keep it good, because if the shit start to get matched, then it's really going to affect the situation, and the situation is still at hand, the kids. But as I've learned through just this little short period of time, if a motherfucker is even being spiteful or just saying stuff and doing whatever, then it's more to it. So that's why the other person, whether it's the female or the dude, you gotta be real level. You gotta be real smooth. You gotta be able to hold your shit, keep calm, keep cool, because at the end, you will be on top. And it's not about who's on top, who winning, none of that, especially not in the kids' eyes. But as far as leveling up, moving, and doing what you got to do to stay away from the friction, that's what you're going to have to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got.
Or a lot of people find comfort in familiar chaos rather than uncomfortable foreign peace. I can agree I can agree with that.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
That
Hell,
and this is the crazy part. You speak
hell yeah.
chaos, so obviously there are such people that are agents of chaos, right? And people try to make negative connotations when it comes to these kind of people because of the latter. But there is also people who are okay within the chaos, like cool, can operate, and they know how to maneuver and all of these things. And that's just the crazy part. Their lash out, their go-to, their knee-jerk reactions aren't necessarily to destroy shit. It's to self-preserve. But everybody doesn't understand that.
Right.
And when you self-preserve, you pull yourself back into yourself, literally. So it may be like, oh, he's isolating or she's isolating and doing this, that. Like, that's self-preservation. That's bare bones survival instinct.
I was telling you earlier.
You know what I'm saying? Big difference. I just want to get that clear because of negative
Why
connotation when it
I
comes.
put that post up, Jab, because
Yes, and there are those who thrive,
a
baby.
motherfucker direct negative energy towards me. I mean, it ain't even gonna work because I'm just gonna not respond. You know what I'm saying? And that's just it ain't even no nothing. That's just it. Point blank. Period. Any negative bullshit it ain't gonna be around me. It's not needed. So if that's the case, then oh yeah, straight from the gate. You know what I mean? Gotta go. Gotta go. Said motherfuckers that thrive on that shit. That's more of people that thrive on the energy of others. So we really talking about succubus. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they get it. That's how they feed. That's how they move. That's how they like how we get up, and it's the positive shit for us. It's the I'm about to roll this L. You know what I mean? Make my cup of tea, get the day going, you know what I mean? All right. Some motherfuckers waking up like shit, man. Who the fuck can I curse out? Or who the fuck can I you know what I'm saying? Who the fuck dumb shit, or who can I just say some shit to you know what I mean? Like and them motherfuckers, yeah, that's the ones coming for your energy, coming for that greatness you got, because they so much in a down place that no matter what they do, try to do, they just can't get out of it. So the only thing is to thrive off that. Like Jab saying in the comments, is that just I gotta run with it. Like this is my fuel. Like you ever see motherfuckers and you just look at them and you know that motherfucker in the face and everything. You can tell before they even talk, move. You can just be like, oh yeah, they ain't right. You know what I mean? That you know they ain't right. Something going on with them. Like you know what I mean? So gotcha. You gotta stay away from them folks. Fuck that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, but folks also have, but in terms, to bring it back around to the bitterness from each side, especially if we're speaking in a relationship aspect, um, you know, and you have children or whatever the case may be. Whew, there's a lot of animosity. There's a lot of, you know, what about ism? Like what about me wasn't good enough? What about us wasn't good enough? What about this? What about that? That's why they say what about isms, all of that shit. You know, um, sometimes shit just goes bad, man. But that doesn't give you the right to, just project all of this shit onto the next person.
Yeah, word, exactly. And that shit that I mean, I can say for myself, years back, yeah, I'll just whatever. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'll take that and chew that up. And you get comfortable and then you fuck yourself up. But now, no. Mm-mm. Nah. If I motherfucking did something, then I did it, and then that's what it is. We'll get through it then. But if, like you said, you're not just gonna put all this shit on me.
Right.
Especially when we all know, as we talking relationship wise, it's two people. No matter what the fuck somebody did, both of y'all had to do something to cause to you know what I mean, to cause the reaction. So yeah, we not gonna do that.
So
Another point, we
I
all had to
totally
talk
agree
into.
with that one statement. One parent should never speak down on the other parent to the kids in front of the kids or around the kids. That's never cool. I 100% agree.
Facts, and I can sit here.
100% agree.
I can say sure. I done had to. You know, what I mean, I had to say that. I had to let it be known when I was in that relationship that if we argue or whatever, you got to say whatever to me and all that. Say that when it's just me, because you're saying it around the kids, and not only that, me having boys, you're saying it around my boys, and then I got to act a certain way because you're trying to downgrade me as a man who I am. Like you know what I'm saying? You're trying to cause different reactions, and reactions is not gonna be good in either way. So as you said, yeah, nah, fuck that. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Because at the end of the day, man, each parent has their own relationship with the children. You understand? So, and it's like you can't shit on that. It doesn't matter how bad it gets personally between you two. Their bond. You understand? Whether that be mother, father, whatever the case may be. You understand? You can't shit on that. You can't tear down what they see in that parent.
Right.
You understand? Like just because you aren't there personally. And I know that's easier said than done because the situations can exacerbate certain things, but at the same time, to me, you always need to have or base shit up on that early foundings of respect. Because at the end of the day, y'all have children together. And that is a block that is always something that could be built off of. You just got to keep it respectful.
That's facts. That's facts. Let me see if you
Should even or shouldn't even though.
Should not.
Well, you put should. God damn it.
I edited it. God. You know what? I'm ignoring your ass.
Oh, did you?
Self-preservation.
A child should always view the parents. I 100% agree. Unless the parents fuck it up for themselves, I 100% agree.
Yeah, exactly. Word.
Absolutely.
That's facts. Yup. Unless someone fuck up for themselves, like you said, in case, fervent, leaving, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just because the other one are doing spiteful shit, keeping the kid away and shit like that, then yeah. But other than that, they should always, yeah.
Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, they watching y'all. So what example are you setting? As much as folks love to say, "Oh no, they didn't get that way because of me." Okay, what have they seen? What's their programming? What are they being fed? You know, more times than not, like all you got to do is turn that shit inward. You know, and you see the type of shit. Like, what were you around? What did you grow up with? What was your household like? That shapes, you know, what we put back into the kids. You know, unless we consciously make the decision, all right, we're gonna do this shit different.
Right. Fact.
You know,
Facts. And that's 100. And like I said, at the stage, that's why I'm at. Got to do it different, and that's the only way it's gonna happen because you got to break generational curses. You got to break those. You got to break that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? No matter how hard it's gonna be hard, because somebody just gonna be trying to bear some bullshit. Hopefully, not too much bullshit, but you know what I'm saying. You got to figure it out.
absolutely.
Where we
I
at? In
100% agree. My fiance said, uh, you know, her parents were divorced, and they didn't know shit. They didn't like her and her brother didn't know shit about it. Their parents kept the shit with them. They
right,
didn't go in front of them. They wasn't cursing each other out in front of them. It wasn't no talking down to in front of it. Like none of that. They literally shielded them from the shit as they, you know, worked their shit out.
right, facts.
I
100.
literally thought mom would have her house and daddy has his until I was 9.
Yes. I know you thought that one had their own house until you were 9.
That's what I thought marriage was.
Right. Right. But yeah, man. But in terms of, you know, the, oof, it's difficult because, you know, me personally, I'm the one who doesn't have kids, right? Full transparency, obviously, you know, but for me, I have been tasked with and I have experienced a lot of different households just being the person that I am, you know.
Right,
Um, and I've seen so many things in every single case, like even growing up, you know, like when I would come see you, I would see something different. You understand?
right.
When you would come see us, you would see something different.
Facts,
Like
exactly. That's what I tell.
wherever we traveled, we saw something different, you know,
Right,
as to what the norm is or what should be or what it, you know what I mean? And but the one constant that I always, you know, that I always kind of pulled away from everything, like even shit with, you know, with my mother's parents, like, you know, my grandfather and grandmother, they didn't get along and shit like that, but my mom was the product. She left, stayed, and all of these things, you know. So, and then you got my dad's parents, they were married together. My parents married together, you
right,
know. But we got people all along our shit who have different, like, you know, absent fathers or, you know, fathers passed on and everything like that, you
right,
know. But the one thing that always stayed, that always remained true was the building blocks and shit. So I think the one thing that gets lost in translation are the building blocks of whatever the fuck it is that y'all got.
right,
You understand? And I'm not trying to get too motherfucking personal, but I know I know and I respect your situation, you know, and I, goddamn it, as being a person who was there pretty much from the beginning,
yeah, that's yeah, word.
pretty much,
Facts, exactly. Word.
like I know, I know that shit. I don't know how I would personally navigate a situation like that because that's rough shit. Like if you want to elaborate on it in terms of transparency, that's on you. You understand? But it's a wild. It's not for me to say personally. How about that?
Word, definitely, definitely. That's why I said, shit, we got a few people here. Jab, you can jump on if you want. You know what I mean? But other than that, like you said, it's it's new. This is new for me. You know what I mean? Just to keep it 100 and real. A little. It's definitely challenging. You know what I mean? Mind twisting. Got to keep your motherfucking calm. You're cool. Not match the other person's energy on a negative level. You know what I'm saying? Not go with the back and forth. Like you said, no need to start downplaying a person, downgrading a person, and things like that, and not. You know what I'm saying? And then you just gotta, like I said, you gotta stay back in the cut and just wait until you can just smooth that butter. Once you can smooth that butter to where everything is legitimately about the kids and is an understanding that there's no fuckery when it comes to us about the kids, and then everything else is, part ways. You do what you do, live life. But other than that, like you said, you have to come. Somebody's gonna have to smoothen out that rock. The shit's gonna be hard, but somebody gonna have to smoothen out, and you're gonna have to be real patient. As I can see from just situations that I'm in, situations around me that I see, other people I know that's going through the same shit as me. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta stay calm. It almost took a couple doors down.
Right.
Chill out. Gotta chill out. Moms had to scream. Chill out. Almost bust through a couple walls, couple hawkness, but you're gonna have to walk it off, hit a couple punching bags, and you know what I mean, and just stay, man, stay 10 toes. I mean, that's the realest shit. Keep your fucking toes down. Keep your motherfucking back up, head up, and keep it moving.
But I guess my next question would be, and that's to anybody, what do you do about the bitter energy? Like, what do you do about bitterness that comes from either party? Like,
Actually, it took. I don't know. I can't. I don't know how I did it.
Word.
But I did it because I guess the main thing on my mind is just the kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? The main thing on my mind at the whole moment is the kids. So even with the fuck that, F yous and blah blah blah, and I'm like, cool, good, respect that. But the kids though, like, you know what I'm saying? The kids, like, let's figure that out. Like, let's get that right. Like, let's make that right. And then I'm like, yeah, all right. Remember, it's two of us. We both did, you know what I mean, blah, blah, blah. It's not a blaming game, though, but let's get back to the kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's it's a challenging motherfucking situation.
I believes.
Yeah,
I try to, you go through the gambit, and it's like, if y'all was in a relationship, that's one block. Then you have children, that's another block. So now we have to figure out how to navigate being angry at the breakup, being angry at the breakup itself, being angry at the person, the wise, the 20 or the 80, whichever side of the coin you're sitting on.
word. 2080.
And then comes the next block that is a giant trigger for a lot of people that I've seen and that I've seen go through. And that's the aspect of, what do you do when you're done with the relationship? And then we're talking about having the next relationship, so the next significant person around your children.
Right, exactly.
What, like,
And like I said, that's
are we running the gambit completely? Are we saying, hey, goddamn it, you better not never have no female around, X, Y, and Z, or flip it, you better not have no nigga around my kids, or whatever. Like, what are we doing?
right. And
but is that owner? But we no longer, and this is, I think, is important. I just wanted to say this part. In relationships, sometimes folks think they have ownership over the person, so we try to move out of that energy. You understand? And separate. Like, we get that you're still territorial. That's one thing. Ownership
Right.
over the person. Say, if you will, over the person. Like, once the relationship aspect is over, that's gone.
Right. Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Right. And that's 100. And that's my main thing, of course, in this and what this build is knowing, okay, we got to live our life and move on.
Mm-hmm.
The key parts to the situation is that's where to sit down, okay, I know, okay, you're dealing with such and such, you're dealing with such and such, you know what I mean, what they about, all that. I don't know if the people want to meet each other. Eventually it would happen, of course, whatever, blah, blah, blah. If it's not right at that time, the parents of them kids definitely need to talk and make sure there's agreements, know what's going on, is, you know, y'all staying together, living together, not this, that, and the third.
Right.
What's happening, that's not only is it just respect for that person that you was with and had them kids with, but respect for your kids and the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? So when that person starts with the fuck you, all they my kids, this and the third, then whether it's the female or male, you're going to have to be at a place so level that you do not fire back with that fire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because then we talking a whole lot of shit. Now you know what's coming. It's going to lead up to a whole bunch of clashes, and maybe now we in the courts and all that shit. To avoid all that, that's when it comes to that person that's going to have to be like, okay, well, guys, it's a little bit more fire than they should have. When we definitely supposed to be talking about the kids, so now you got to sit back, like you said. Now is the situation a little deeper than what? Because that person still want to be happy, but still controlling of that person. Like, you know what I'm saying? And control what they able to do, not do, because they still want to have that, you know, just that feeling of control. You know what I'm saying? That feeling of control to know that they still can push those buttons and things. So you, on the other hand, whether it's the female or male, that's when, like I said, that's when that calmness, that's when that cool, that's when, okay, I gotta play this differently. You know what I'm saying? Let me come at this. So if they come and attack, you gotta come smooth. You know what I'm saying? They come crazier, you gotta come a little smoother. Like, you know what I'm saying? So initially in my situation, that's how I was able to just ease on through and cut the motherfucking tail in the head all in one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now is that motherfucker growing back? Yeah, definitely. Motherfucker a little broadly. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. You know what I mean? Might have to up a few times before I get the full formula.
Mm-hmm.
But you just seen in, you know, Wakanda, you don't stop. You keep going. You know what I mean? Until you figure out how to get that push through. And you know what I'm saying? And you know, positive thoughts, positive energy, all that shit, it works. It's not no game. Just stay, you just gotta stay level. Just stay level. And eventually that person gonna have to realize, all right, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that motherfucker ain't going, you know what I mean? That motherfucker ain't going to bust or push or nug. So I'm going to have to, you know what I mean? I'm going to have to just, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to go on or get with the flow and, you know what I mean? And take it that route. But it's going to be, I see now. It ain't just some that just come and then you just off and then now all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Everything good and smooth sailing. It's definitely a road process. And as anything in life, if that's where you at, and that is something that you got to deal with, just know it's just something that's part of your role, part of your story. And if it's part of your story, at the end, you want to have the dub, you want to have the win. So you're going to have to figure out how to be the person to come out on the other side. Not, like I said, to be better than the opposite, but to still be better within yourself and able to move on, not only for your kids, but for you too. You know what I'm saying? You can't let nobody take away your energy. You can't let nobody steal your motherfucking light, steal your glow, have you down, thinking that, you know what I mean, you the one that did this and all that. Like Zeta was saying, a motherfucker, it could be easy to push, oh, well, why you do this and why you do that. And if you take that, that's how you're not going to be able to elevate yourself. You ain't going to be able to take them steps to get to where you need to be at. So you got to be able to say, nah, fuck that. Two-person party, I'm gonna take what I did, whatever you did, that's what you did, and that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying, and keep it going. You know what I mean? And that's all I can say right now, as I can, you know, as we come back on in the episodes and do some. You know what I mean?
What you need.
Look, come back later on in the episode and give you some more. You know what I mean? Later on down the road, but as of right now, and like I said, I just really sat back and just took what we've seen. Like Zito, we've been in the different households and we've seen this person go through that, that person go through that. I've seen fathers go, moms leaving and not letting them have access to their kids, to see their kids, and they wanting to have their kids and be in their kids' life. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, we done been there, we done seen it. So, and I just take what I've seen from, you know, the folks around me, learn, see how they handle the situation. Even if they're not handling the situation, I can see, okay, they're not handling the situation, so now I can have an idea of how to handle a situation, you know what I mean, if something like that occur. And then you just got to take what you learn and see, man. You got to take what you learn and see and be able to dissect it to what you can use and what you don't want to use. And right now, as I said, man, this fight shit universally with great energy and keep your thoughts positive, even at the midst of the motherfucking dark or motherfucking trying to do. And shit, the outcome gonna be 100.
Hopefully.
Word.
Because there are some motherfuckers who just want to watch the world burn.
Oh yeah. Word. And that's
like I hear you. I do. I fucks with it. But goddamn it, I have seen the latter.
They do. They want shit to go down.
I have seen the scene, goddamn it. Oh man. So yeah, man. But yep, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We got any questions for the night?
Whew. Lord of mercy.
You heard me, Zito?
Huh?
We got any questions for the night?
Nah.
Also, we we good. No questions on the wave. Just a fire episode of the Get Righteous podcast. And of course, all y'all that be streaming, listen when we go live. Stream us on all the damn platforms that we all Zito got us locked in. What is that? 109 on Cali shops. Shout outs always. Shit, the 101 mag. Big Buds. Y'all know it.
Word. Hey, I always listen, man. That's one of my favorite questions. The devil in the pale moonlight. When a motherfucker asks you that shit, just know that that person is ready for pure anarchy. Just so game that shit the right way.
That's the right way, because we come from a place to motherfucker. We'll bring you, give you some hell. Right? Dad know the shit. We come on, nigga, we'll run.
There's steps that you cannot fathom. You understand me? It takes a special motherfucker to deal with somebody like that. You understand? Because that's just some cold-blooded shit to say. Like, what you mean? Dance with the devil under the pale moon? That sounds like shit.
Thanks, bro. You know it, as always.
Appreciate you, brother.
Hitters are number ones and day ones. As y'all know, I'm about to close it out so Zito can go ahead and do what he got to do. I know he like the 1-2 so he can get through his night. We love y'all for always locking in, coming through. To Get Righteous podcast is your boy King Heru using, and you already know that's King Zito. Peace.